Slovenian Alps of Slovenia. And I've come out here today to shoot some film. I got a few cameras with me, climbing up the Visevnik mountain, get a good look at the Triglav. So it's been great so far, and now the last day has been the best because we got some snow over the night and decided to climb the mountain, Mount Visevnik. And what a climb it's been. But first, let me show you what I've been up to until this point. This is a photography channel, so I got some cameras with me, and the main camera is going to be the Nikon Zf with the 24-70 lens, but I'm also packing my Pentax MX for this trip and a few Pentax lenses. I got the 100mm, got some 28, 50, 200 and another 50, I think a 50 macro lens, and I got the adapter to the Nikon Z system. So I'll be shooting them side by side and see what it looks like. And the films I have, well, I found this, I don't know if you have ever seen this one, just popped up in my local drugstore. So it's an Agfa 400. So I bought that and thought I'll compare it to the Kodak Ultra Max, which I've had only so success with, and maybe this one is better. No idea, never shot it before, and I never really heard anything about it, so it's cool when something new happens. But then I also have a lot of black and white with me. Now this is Kodak Gold, and I got the TMX 400 and another roll of Santa black and white 1000. That's a nice old truck up ahead. I really love the color in this one. It's a crazy green, emerald green or something. It's pretty cool. Look at this, coming out of the little village of Studor, and got the snow-covered Alps in the background there. Coming into Rybchev Las, Lake Bled. So the Pentax MX, and I got the 28mm f2.8 on, shooting the Agfa photo color. Take a look underneath this bridge. I thought it looked cool here. And there is a shot. So I've been crawling around here underneath the bridge, and I quite like it. There are some compositions to be had. Some little nice stumps sticking out here and there. Makes for interesting compositions. And you got the church there in the background. And the river going in. Here we have a map of the area, the Buhinj area. So we are staying in here, Srednja Vas. So walked here all the way down to the lake, and look in there, and can also go down here, and this would be the biggest area, and it's all connected with tiny roads, so it's all very, very close.
Oh, yeah.
Gott nivå. So far. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's now around 4 o'clock and it's getting dark. And New Year's Eve is coming up, and there are some things happening in this area, which I find very, very cool. So it's almost 10 o'clock, New Year's Eve, and I'm still in Srednja Vas. So yeah, on the bus now to we've got that gang with the you have some money, huh?
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. All right, this could be interesting, I think. So I got the Lasco beer, which is so-so, but it's got a cute goat on it. It's very goat themed here in the Slovenian Alps, but it didn't go exactly according to plan, but we'll see. We're gonna have a drink and see how it goes. So, change of plan. Actually gonna see if we can find some other place. This place just looked like a teenage disco and just didn't feel right. Okay, well, this is better. So this is Stara Fuzina, the Las Vegas of Slovenia. Yep, gonna try to find a drink in here. Some Jägermeister.
It's a white one. Yeah. It's very hot. That's good.
Here we go, it's 2025. Good morning. It's the day after New Year's Eve and I'm walking up a mountain. Weather is absolutely amazing and it's really nice to get some fresh air. But it was kind of fun yesterday. Just sitting there as an observer, see what happens. But today, going up this little hill here. A little bit of snow here, but not too much so far. Today I'm going to focus on shooting film. I got the Pentax MX and a bunch of lenses with me, and that's it. Left the Nikon Zf at home. After an easy patch, now coming into a bit more steep. I think it's about 200 meters. So it's actually proper ice here and gotta be super careful. Almost at the top, and now on the road. So should be very close to the mountain hut. Got the Visevnik alpine hut up here. Looks very new built, very fresh. Turns out we're not the only ones up here. Not bad. This place surprised me a bit. A lot more going on up here in this hut than I expected, and I got a goulash in. It's looking excellent. Just taking a bit of a walk on around where the alpine hut is. So here's a chapel. And that's it. To finish the roll of Aquaphoto Color 24 shots. I'm going to change now to be shooting Ultramax instead of the Aqua Color, and I'm super curious to see what difference it makes. It's also 24 shots. Alright, let's load it. Okay, so taking the road down to the town. This is it for this day, and tomorrow I think we're going to go to Bled and maybe Kranjska Gora, something like that. All right. In my opinion, the Ultramax is the better film. The Aquacolor is very desaturated and it's also very sensitive to overexposure, so for me in the future it's going to be Ultramax all the time. Morning, welcome to Slovenia. I'm now at the Lake Bled to take a picture of the famous church in the Bled water, and out there it is. Now this is a very well organized place. This is also marked as the photo spot, so this is what you get. So I set it up here. I tried to make the composition where I got the spire of the church in between those hills. So you got a little dip of the hills just behind it. And now I have to work with these branches here, which I can't get away with, but I'll see if I can make it work in the shot. I'm also trying a few other positions where I don't have the branches interfering. And I'm also trying a little bit of smoothing out the water with some longer shutter speeds. I also set up the Pentax MX with a 28mm lens. Let's see what that looks. It's Ultramax 400. Setting up the camera at a different spot. I'll try a few around here. Which one is the better one? And since I have not figured out how to get a long lens for the Nikon yet, I'm using an old Pentax lens adapted with a Nikon Zf adapter. And it works fine, and it's good for hiking. The reason I haven't gotten a 100-400 is that they're just so big and weighty, heavy, that if I want to hike in the mountains, it really takes up half the bag. So let's see if this is a valid solution. Just for fun, I put on the 200mm Pentax lens as well. It's not really what I want here. Of course you want the lake in it, or else it's nothing special, it's just a church. But thought I'd just wanted to see what it looks like. Well, that was fun. It is a great spot, this Lake Bled area, so I do recommend, if you're in the neighborhood, to take a few shots here. Now, I didn't get the most epic of all weathers, still not too bad, but you can imagine a nice sunrise or a sunset could be pretty epic around here. Well, moving in for some breakfast in town Bled. Okay, here we have the famous Bled cream cake. It's advertised everywhere, and let's see if it's any good. Yep, it's good. So, I've driven further in now to a town called Krańska Góra, which is a ski resort, and then a bit further into the mountains, coming up to something that's called the Russian Chapel. So the chapel is built in commemoration of the Russian POWs who built the road in 1916. Finished my roll of Kodak Ultramax 400, and I'm going to switch over to black and white, I think. As you can see, it's kind of a moody day out in the mountains. The light is pretty cool though, got some kind of silvery light punching through the clouds, and I do like it. Not every day is a perfect day for hiking. It would have been quite raw to be caught up in the midst of this. You can feel the weather turning now. There's a lot of snow in the air. So I'll be packing it up pretty soon. I have no idea why it's so much more fun to shoot with a film camera than a digital camera. It just gets out of the way in a way that a digital camera doesn't do. And you kind of get into the zone easier. And it's a lot of fun. I think for 2025 I'm going to shoot more black and white. Yeah, I think the reason why I warmed up to black and white lately is because of the Nikon Zf. You know, it's got this little black and white switch where you can just get into black and white mode, and it just changes the whole game. I mean, it shouldn't be that it's a big thing. You could always just switch your film simulation to black and white in the menu and it would be fine, but a switch just makes the whole difference. Crazy how it affects if you're just a little bit lazy and it gets too cumbersome, you just don't use it, right? Another day in Slovenia. I'm now out in Bistric, which is the biggest town in this in the Bihać area. So gonna get some provisions, go to the bakery, and then head up to the mountains. First, I'll just show you what this place looks like. It's actually pretty nice. There's not much here, but they still have, like, you can rent a bike, rent some skis and stuff. But if you're looking for a more genuine experience, I think this area is the place to go. It just looks like a normal town, not like the Krainska Gora, where I passed by yesterday, which is just full with ski tourists and looks like any other ski place. This is just a little town. Coming up to the bakery here now. Pekarna Planica. Right, getting the micro spikes on. Welcome to Pokjuka. So this area here is for cross-country skiing, biathlon, that kind of stuff. And it's a bit of a plateau. We're still, I think, 1,000 meters up. Get some biathlon action over there. Should have brought my rifle, huh? Gonna start the hiking, and I am going to Triglav. Well, not exactly Triglav. I'm going to a mountain just before it, so get a view of the Triglav, and it's going to be very nice. It's about a 4-hour hike. Got the micro spikes on. It's looking to be a beautiful day. Today I will be shooting with a Nikon Zf. I think mostly in black and white, but yeah, I'm open to changing my mind there. And in parallel I will be shooting the Pentax MX, and I got a couple of lenses with it. So I got a 28mm, 50mm, 100 and the 200. I have loaded this up with some T-Max 400 is in there, so I'll see how that compares with the Nikon Zf. Today's climb is going to be 650 meters. It's getting rougher and rougher, and I can start feeling a bit. It's still going good. Crampons are really helping. Looking back at where I've come from so far, I ain't gonna lie, it is getting harder. The snow is almost getting a bit too deep for the crampons to have effect. Looks like it's leveling off. Still have a bit of a climb to go, but this would be a first plateau, I think. Looking nice. They do have some legendary cakes in this country, I have to say. So this is I think it was called a kroff. So it's like it's a donut with chocolate, and inside it's a nice vanilla cream, and it's perfect for hikes like this. It continues up through a little bit of a hard to find passage, but I found it. This would normally be a legendary viewpoint. See? However, it's a bit too moody, even for me. Leaving most of the trees and shrubbery behind, and we'll enter the ridge. It's up there through the fog. Not too bad climbing this last part here. It is getting a bit cold though, and should have brought my buff because my face is freezing. There's some breakage in the clouds here and there. The Mount Visevnik. That would probably be the end for today. It's very hard to expose for snow. I did have problems with the Pentax. I gave it 2 extra stops, but it wasn't enough. It does look underexposed. Also, I developed in Rodinol, and it turned out maybe not to be the best combination with T-Max. Okay, let's go up the final few meters over this ridge here. Okay, just a few more meters now. Looks a bit dodgy around here. You got the bit of a drop there. And I'm so happy I got the crampons. It's a little bit exposed, but the weather is super good, so nothing bad. But yeah, this is it. Visevnik. The Julian Alps of Slovenia. It's a pretty decent climb, this I think. It's absolutely beautiful. I think though, this is where it ends for today. Looks like a hard stop. Nobody it's continued beyond this point as far as I can see. Let's see over the crest. No, this is it. Actually, there is one extra passage here. I missed it when I walked up, but this would lead me all the way to the Visevnik top. Oh, got some ravens over there. Just trying to make it down this mountain in one piece. Still got plenty of time. It's early. It's not a very long hike to get up here. It's maybe 2 hours to the top. And then it would take you another 2 hours to get down, I would suppose. But well worth it. But that's it. Fantastic. Love this hike. Great stuff.